Best story for listening. Listen and repeat after me. The Broken Oath. In a distant kingdom, hidden between mountains and rivers, there was a village called Golden Ashes. Legends said that its lands had once burned under the wrath of the gods, but one day, a pure love would restore its prosperity. At the heart of the village lived Elia, a young woman of enchanting beauty, with eyes as deep as the night. Her husband, Liar, a humble blacksmith, loved her with all his heart. They lived simply but happily in a small house by the lake. But another man desired Elia, Darian, a wealthy and powerful lord, the most influential man in the village. He owned the lands, the crops, and even the souls of those who dared to defy him. He wanted her. He had to have her. One night, under the pale glow of the moon, Darian watched from afar as Liar and Elia laughed and danced beneath a blooming cherry tree. His heart, poisoned by jealousy, burned with dangerous desire. This woman cannot belong to him. Darian did not tolerate losing. So he did what any man of power would do. He devised a cruel plan. The next day, soldiers knocked on Liar's door. By order of Lord Darian, you are accused of theft and treason. Liar, innocent, was chained and taken to the depths of the castle, condemned to a life of servitude in the mines. Elia, devastated, tried to save him. But Darian was already waiting. Forget him, Elia. You deserve better. I can give you everything you desire. Accept him, he whispered, holding out a golden ring. Elia faced a cruel choice. Accept Darian and live in luxury, or refuse and be left alone, with no hope of seeing Liar again. Days passed. Elia was forced to live in the castle, under Darian's insistent gaze. Every night, he adorned her with jewels and promises. But her heart belonged to Liar. One night, as Darian celebrated his victory, Elia stood before him with a cold smile. She raised a cup of wine and murmured, "To love and to death." Darian drank. Then he gasped. Slow, silent poison coursed through his veins. Elia watched him collapse and whispered, "You wanted to chain me, but I was the one who freed you." With Darian dead, Elia ran to the mines where Liar was imprisoned. But she was too late. The chains had turned him into a broken man. When he raised his eyes to her, it was not love, but doubt that shone in his gaze. "What have you done, Elia?" he asked in a hoarse voice. "I freed us," she whispered, tears in her eyes. But in this world, freedom had a price. Darian was dead, but his heir, his younger brother, demanded vengeance. Soon, the castle gates opened, and the war of blood began. Legend says that by the lake, where Elia and Liar once lived, a whisper can still be heard on certain nights. To love and to death. The village of Golden Ashes burned a second time, and this time the ashes left behind nothing but a cursed love.